is Jackie, your nerdy crafter. I love working with polymer clay and resin, and this project has been on my mind for a really long time because I was wondering, how do you get the heron to stand? And then I suddenly remembered that you have a thing called glue gun. If you're feeling especially geeky, why not replace the heron with your favorite bird type Pokemon? And so for this week's tutorial, you guys will learn how to make your very own waterfall heron environment. I absolutely love the way this turned out, and I really love the bubbles on the waterfall. It makes it look like there's a lot of movement and that the water is actually coming down. The option is entirely up to you if you want to put the pads on the water or if you just want to leave it clear so that people can see the bottom part. For those of you new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. There are plenty of geeky tutorials to keep you entertained. I make all sorts of different crafts, so make sure you check those out. Equally, if you like this project, don't forget to leave a like and share. All the dweebs are doing it. Here's what you'll need for this project. Your resin kit. This one is called Envirotex Lite, and I got it at a craft store. But you can get it at a home hardware store under the name Epoxy Resin. A hot glue gun, chalk pastels, green, white, and black polymer clay. All these are from Sculpey. Some wire. If you don't have wire, eye pins will do just fine. The bottom part of a plant pot. I painted the outside gray and the inside brown. Some rocks, a clear bag, sand, rounded pointy tools and a cutter, fake moss if you want, and some liquid Sculpey. The first thing we're going to do is use our glue gun to glue on all the rocks all the way around the base except for a small section that we're going to use for the longer part of the waterfall. Now build the waterfall area with big rocks until you have a platform. Try to find the rock with a flat bottom to put as the last one on top. Don't worry for now about the gaps. Once you build your base, we're going to go ahead and use smaller rocks to cover those holes. To make the rock on top, take your gray and blend in some black, but don't fully blend it. Shape it like a basin, put it in the freezer for 10 minutes, then use your cutter to make straight edges. Then texture it with a rolled up foil paper. Now use your gray, brown, and white chalk pastel to shade the rock so it's the same color as the real ones that you have. Use a wet brush to make the chalk more visible on the rock. Of course, you can use acrylic paints instead if you want after it's baked. To make the bird, first cut the top part off your eye pin. Now take your white clay and make a teardrop shape for the body. For the head and neck, roll out a thin snake with a thicker side for the head and shape it so that it looks like there's a beak. Cut the bottom part and smooth it on the body. Now make two little thighs and smooth them on the body as well. If your white clay is too dirty, clean it up with rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. Feel free to watch my polymer clay video tips. Now insert the wires into the thighs and be sure to give them a slight bend so the legs don't seem too stiff. Now use a dry brush and some gray chalk pastels to give your heron some color. I used a reference picture of a real bird, but you can color it to your favorite species. To make the wings, flatten a piece of white clay and cut out a teardrop shape. Place it on the body, smooth the top part only, then cut lines for the tail feathers. Color the wings with your chalk pastels again. For the beak, take your orange clay and make a carrot shape out of it. Cut out a V, and then cut a V out of the head. Insert the orange beak in and voila! Cut some lines on the wings for feather outlines and add whichever other details you want on your bird. Once all that is done, rest the head on a piece of foil paper so that it doesn't droop to one side. To make the grass, roll your green clay really thin, lightly flatten it, or use an extruder if you have one. Make some grass groups and place them on a piece of wax paper. If you want to make lily pads, go ahead and do so. Now you're going to bake everything for 30 to 40 minutes at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure that your oven was preheated. Once your heron is baked, let's make the feet. Put the bird on a piece of foil paper so that the feet have space. I prefer baking the bird first in case it breaks. I like to stay on the safe side. Start by making an elongated teardrop, cut 3 more toes, and roll them between your fingers. Pinch the top and the tips of the toes, and it's that simple. Use liquid Sculpey to make the bond even tighter. Now bake it for 15 minutes. Now glue the baked rock we made on top, and your grass in different areas of the bottom. Once that's done, spread some sand and rocks and fake moss all over the bottom. Now mix the resin according to package instructions and pour a thin layer at the bottom. Keep a tiny bit of the resin for after. Now cut your plastic bag to fit the top rock all the way down. Glue it, then spread some resin on top. Now let it sit for about 6 hours or more. Once the 6 hours have passed, glue your bird to the base with your glue gun. I also painted the wires orange for the legs off camera. I used regular acrylic paint for that. Now pour your second and final layer of resin. Let the whole project harden for 12 hours before using it. All done! I have so many resin and polymer clay projects coming up, but of course I will space them out in between other things that I would love to show you guys. Don't forget to add me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, especially Instagram. If you want more of me, I also have a vlog channel. So I'll leave the link in the little I section that should appear up here and also in the description box below. Until then, I will see you guys next week.